Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. I hope all are over there because 23 persons have logged into the webinar now. So as far as three regional officers are concerned, I can see Sachin Thakur, I can see Vikas Arora, and hopefully Dharmadhikari ji is also over there. So without brief that how we have to go for today's business, that is very, very important. In fact, you all are aware that what had happened because of the COVID extraordinary condition is prevailing in the country. And though most of the things are going well now, say soon the time is passing on, we are in a better position. But even then, everything has opened except the school. So in such scenario, we have to plan that how we have to hold the examination in 2021. So for this purpose, certain information was provided to you, the points which were in our mind, which could affect the conduct of examination. And therefore, these points were provided. And because we are having these 16 regional offices, it was thought that 4 representations will be given to each regional office to make the views, compiled views of the entire region. so that we are having the compilated views of each and every reason. Because you are at the ground level, you are working at the ground level, you are in touch with the students, you are in touch with the parents, and you are also in touch with the basic problem of the that particular location. So when this will be informed to us, we will get the first-hand information, and thereafter we will be able to take care of the future programming of our examination. So agenda was already provided. Now what we will be doing, I will, because the so I will request Sachin Thakur to say a few words one by one. 4 representatives from his region. They will make the presentation, or they will verbally inform it to us that what is the status. We will note it down. We will note it down, and thereafter we will go to the second region, which is the Pune. So when Pune will come, I will request Dharmadhikari ji to say a few words, and then the complete reason, and thereafter I will say Vikas to say a few words and complete reason. So see that business should be conducted in such a manner that if someone has already stated that thing, that should not be repeated, because that will save the time. And whatsoever is in your mind, in addition to these 7 points, you should be very freely able to say each and everything to us, so that we are aware about the real situation. And once the presentation is over, or the webinar is over, I will request you to kindly share your views in writing to us on the email ID which has been provided to you. So now I will request Sachin Thakur to say a few words and invite from his region the representative who have been selected over there. Sachin Thakur. Sachin, can you? Sachin, can you hear me?
Thanks a lot, sir. I believe I am audible to all now. Respected Controller Sir, respected Dharmadhikari Sir, my fellow colleague Shri Vikas Arora from Bangalore. Who present
a survey on the situation on how exams can be conducted. First of all, my thankfulness and appreciation to the Central Board of Secondary Education for giving us an opportunity to be stakeholders in a very, very crucial decision which is being taken by the boards. First of all, as our regional officer just mentioned, we are 14 districts, and I'm going to represent Ernakulam, Alapi, Idukki, and the Union Territory of the Lakshadweep. In fact, when the information was shared to us, what we did was we had a small cluster meetings of few principals. Also, we shared the information via Google form, which they shared back to us, and we collated the information based on that. So I would be just speaking on behalf of the majority information what we have received. So as already mentioned, the agenda first is how the schools are conducting in the online methodology, how classes are being conducted in the online methodology, reduction of syllabus, conduct of practical examination, suggested date of annual examination, and the students' attendance, and in some general points. Now, moving on to the presentation, first is regarding the schools in the online methodology. In fact, one of the biggest challenge for schools had been and for teachers had been to migrate to the online technology. Thanks to all the COEs for conducting training extensively to handhold all the teachers. Now, after 5 months or 6 months of online classes, teachers have become masters of online teaching, and to an extent, this region has, we can say, 100% of online classes are going in a very, very effective manner, not only with 10th and 12th, but with all the other classes up to grade 11th. And the schools are able to conduct online classes in a fair manner, some classes in the online mode, some in the offline mode. And even the rural areas has access to the technology. And schools have mandatorily made measures and means by which, they can share and connect to the students. So regarding the percentage of students attending the classes, we can say almost 100% of students have access to technology in these areas. Now, talking about Lakshadweep, we have around 7 schools in that region, of which one is a Kendriya Vidyalaya school and one is a JNV. And most of the schools are up to the 10th grade, except for 2 schools, which is KV and JNV, and the number of students are 8 and 4 students in another school. That's a strength of 12th standard, whereas up to 10th, they are nearly around 350 students attending the class. With limited facilities available, they also have made it possible to conduct the classes. But it may not be as full-fledged like the other mainland regions, but the schools are trying their level best to ensure that they are connecting to the students, and there is no lack which has happened in the case of the Union Territory of Lakshadweep. Now, talking about the next point, which is a reduction of syllabus. In fact, CBSE has already reduced the syllabus for 2021, and schools had already made their planner as per that. So many of the schools, this is about this particular region only, sir. So regarding the reduction of syllabus, they feel that whatever is done, they have planned accordingly. And considering 12th standard, if there is further reduction, they also feel that, it might be a problem for the students to take up the competitive examination, because this is a short fix arrangement what we are doing. So that might hamper their, knowledge for the JEE, NEET and similar competitive examinations to take up. So many of them feel whatever has been reduced is going well with them, and it's up to the larger audience to take care of the rest. With regard to the classes up to 8th standard, schools have made a point to do whatever is necessary for the schools according to the geographic condition of the area, the topography, and the availability of resources. They have made the necessary plans accordingly. So that is about the reduction of syllabus, sir. And now, regarding the conduct of practical examination, the schools in the region strongly feel that practical examination need to be conducted, because that is a wow factor for the students, to be very honest. When they come to 11th and 12th, they feel that, okay, they are doing practical examination. So that has to be there. So what, in fact, CBSE also had given a circular regarding online virtual labs. Schools in this region in Kerala has taken up online virtual labs to give them the idea about the concept is actually delivered, and visual representation is there, but for sure hands-on experiential learning is practical learning. So schools feel once the COVID protocols, the lockdown process is unlock process starts, probably schools can invite students in small batches, conduct practical sessions, and then proceed with the examination. And practical examinations ideally can be towards the second lap of February. If everything goes, it all depends on the conditions of the COVID-19. They all have suggested that, it would be ideal if it is somewhere around the second week of February, where we have the kids in hand for some time to give them the practice. Now, talking about the conduct of the board examination, majority of the schools feel that some time needs to be given. Now, definitely the examination can be taken up post 15th of March, can go all the way up to April. And there should be a gap of around 2 weeks between the practical and the board examination. And if situations escalates, it can further be pushed slightly to May in order to, keep the gap. But that should not hamper the next year lab. We all need to look into that also. So that is what generally most of them feel. Now, with regard to the percentage of students attending, as I mentioned earlier, it's 100% attendance. But at the same time, we have conducted a test, internal assessments, and some schools have taken up the half-yearly examinations. But the performance is satisfactory. The fact is that we are not aware about how the exams are written at home. That is the truth. So performance level, we are not actually, even though we evaluate, we are not able to gauge that, gauge the performance of the students. Now, these are some of the points with regard to the agenda, what we wanted to mention. Now, another two more things is that regarding the basic examination in mathematics has to address that subject of basic maths itself, because last year it was slightly on a tougher version. So and the difficulty level of examinations can be brought down. And as per the COVID scenario, valuation of papers can be considered as per the need of the situation. And this year examinations, question papers to be dealt with average difficulty level has to be taken up only, because children should their morale has to be built up. So this is all the humble submission I have to the board on behalf of the four regions, which are four districts which I am representing. That's all, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Mrs. Subhadra Madam from Palghat district.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Sanyam Bharadwaj, sir, and all the regional officers, Sachin Thakur, sir, Dharmadhikari, sir. I'm Subhadra, and I'm representing the cluster of Palakkad, Thrissur, and Wayanad. And I would like to make a presentation because it's better than visually seeing will be better, I feel. So that's why I'm making the presentation. I hope you can. Is it visible? Is it visible, sir? Is it visible, my presentation?
Yeah, visible.
Okay. Thank you. First this is my cluster consisting of 207 schools. That's Wayanad, Thrissur, and Palakkad districts. A total 207 schools. Regarding the virtual classes, I will try not to repeat what Mrs. Sujitra had already told, if it is the same. Virtual classes, though there were initial hiccups, the classes are now running almost smoothly with an average of 90% attendance. But there is one thing, that is we cannot assure that there is an equitable, learning has been equitable for all the students. And regarding the adaptability of teachers and students to this new scenario of teaching learning, of course, acceptance have set in, because 4 months down the road, acceptance have set in, and they have accepted, both teachers, students, and parents have accepted that this is the most feasible mode of education possible as of now. And regarding the percentage of syllabus covered, about 70 to 80% of the syllabus is covered for both 10th and 12th, and almost the same with the other classes as well. Now, regarding assessments as a part of virtual learning, of course, regular assessments are happening throughout the different platforms, and innovative tools are being used. Parental support and cooperation in executing the test is sought by most of the schools. And the average performance of the students, if you take, it is consistently on the high end. But the credibility of the tests are pretty shaky. And when we come to alternative for practical examinations, we mostly, all principals are inundated by queries regarding practical examination from the end of the parents. They want to know how it's going to be conducted. And of course, online labs is being executed, and they are having virtual online labs is happening. Online lab activities are happening in almost all the schools. But when we think of an alternative for practical examination, most of the principals who opined from the cluster that I represent, they all opined that it is better if the pandemic situation persists. The alternative we can think of is activities, investigatory projects, or internal assessments, and even an online VIVA-OC, which can replace a laboratory-based practical examination. And every one of us mostly feel that the third week of January will be a better bet for the practical exam. When we gear up for the board examination, actually it is the board examination, it's an important milepost in the education graph of Indian students. So when we think of the board examination, I think we need to really focus on this point, because as I told earlier, milestone, it is a milepost in the education graph. So we need to really think about it. And the date for the examination, everybody feels, mostly majority feels that March 15th onwards is okay. But 100% everybody had the same suggestion regarding breathing platforms in between the dates, which will act as a lacuna for the students. The gap between the date of the examination will be very much welcome. 100% suggested that. And regarding the conduct of the examination in an optimal way, there are two alternatives. We can go in for a school-based examination as we had from the year 2010 and 2017. Of course, it was an optional thing. Or all schools can be self-centers, and we can follow the COVID protocol if the pandemic persists at that time. A password-protected question papers can be mailed to the examination centers on the day of the examination. But when we conferred, we thought of two main hindrances that may come our way. That is, one hindrance is if a candidate is found COVID positive during the examination period, how can we go about? The solution that we could think of was isolation rooms, the only solution we could think of. And the another hindrance is a situation caused by network issues in self-examination centers to print out the question paper on the day of the examination. Again, the solution we thought of was nearby schools can pitch in and help out on this. Now, regarding the question paper pattern, the rationalized sample paper, let me repeat, the rationalized sample paper that is uploaded in the CBSE site now, it has perturbed the frontline stakeholders, mostly students and teachers, not only the frontline people, even now it is permeated to us as well. When we go through the question paper, all feel that it is better to follow the previous year's pattern rather than going in for the rationalized paper, this year at least. A textbook-oriented questions would be welcome moved by the board, and standardized guidelines regarding the question paper pattern should be published by the board at the earliest. It's a request, please. And a specific mention from my cluster, Wayanad, which is probably the only district with no nodal center in Thiruvananthapuram region of CBSE. So the principals of Wayanad were of the opinion that if teachers could be sensitized, in order to sensitize the teachers of Wayanad, regarding the evaluation process, at least one nodal center may be allotted for this district. So that is my humble presentation, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity in tabling whatever we 207 schools representatives we had come together, and I collated from Wayanad and from Thrissur city coordinators, and of course Palakkad also. And these are our humble suggestions to the board, sir. And thank you very much again on behalf of all the schools. Thank you so very much. I represent all of them, and thank you so much for giving. I am the voice of these 207 schools. Thank you very much, and namaste, sir, for the time given. Thank you, and God bless.
Thanks a lot, Subhadra. Thanks a lot for the precise inputs. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Mohammed from Malappuram district. who is representing the northern districts of Kerala. Dr. Mohammed, please.
Hello. It's audible. So.
Dr. Mohammed, your voice is not audible clearly. Dr. Mohammed, please.
There are some range issues and climate issues over here, sir, due to heavy rain.
Okay. Meanwhile, what we'll do is we'll start up with Shani Madam from Trivandrum district. Meanwhile, Dr. Mohammed can sort out the mic issues. Shani Ma'am.
I think it is audible now. Is it audible? I can straight away start up.
Good morning, sir.
Excuse me. Okay.
Good morning, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Greetings from
Yes,
Kerala.
you will be getting the leave for that. What you
And-
can also do is, maybe you can come to the school and do it. Anyway, you'll have to come for getting the letter, so you come in the afternoon around 2 o'clock.
It's not clear. It's not clear.
And present from here.
Greetings from Kerala. Respected Controller of Examination, respected regional officers, Dharmadhikar ji, Vikas ji, and our regional officer, Sachin ji, and all my other city coordinators. Sudhitra ma'am and Sudhra ma'am have already given a gist of all our suggestions, but we represent Kollam, Pathanamthitta and Kottayam. Shailaja ma'am, Nisha ma'am, Ranjit sir and Babu sir, we are voicing the suggestions, just highlighting 4 suggestions. Because it has been already said and I don't want to take much of the time, so I just give a synopsis of it. The first suggestion, as said, independent centers be allowed this year for board examination because of the pandemic situation and also the climatic conditions. And students can write their exams in their own schools without much traveling. And invigilators can come from different schools, but there should be strict and surprise visits by officials during the exams, in the examination center. And of course, already about the syllabus has been already told, so I don't want to repeat that. But diminution of the syllabus portions are districts where the suggestion was it has to be reduced little more because already the children are under emotional stress, and if it is being given little more syllabus reduced, they would be happy. Then the third suggestion, I'm just winding up because already all the suggestions have already been given. I don't want to repeat it again. As we have the constraint in time, since time waits for no man, we can look into having a shortening in the syllabus without deviating from the relevant topics and subjects. And the third suggestion is about the question paper pattern. The paper pattern, majority of the students have voiced that the questions that have been given recently by the board, that it was very challenging. And in its place, if the pattern, like how it was in the previous years, if it is being continued, it would be great. Because it can create an encouragement atmosphere, and it would be nice if we have internal practicals this year. And the suggestion 4, as all the other city coordinators have already said, reopening of the schools post-pandemic. This COVID-19 is still very high in our districts. And so if as per reopen the schools, as per government protocol, if it is by the beginning of January, it would be great. Last but not the least, we just pray that this pandemic will be wiped away from our land and heal our land so that we all can have safe living in this planet. I take this opportunity on behalf of everyone, our other city coordinators, for giving us this platform to give our suggestions and being the CBSE being the pillar in supporting during these troubled times. Together we can win the battle of this pandemic and bring in a fresh and innovative style to CBSE board examination. Thank you very much and God bless.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your inputs. Mohammed, please.
Yeah. Very good morning to the controller of examination and all the regional officers and the coordinators. Extremely, I'm sorry for getting the disturbances. We have red alert today due to climatic issues. Well, I'm trying to present the my level the best. Here, Dr. Mohammed, Vice represent the northern districts of Kerala. That is, almost we have the same opinion of I don't want to repeat. What is something different? Point which is highlighted is practical. All the other points are almost same, so I don't want to repeat it. Whereas the practical exam, we have a strong opinion that can be considered as through the internal assessment. And the exam centers can be considered as a self-centered exam with external supervisors. These are the most important points which came out from our area. And also the reduction of the portions, we are not in favor of reducing the portions. But in case if we are conducting the practical exam, same portions can be reduced. And also if the situation becomes good in Kerala, then it can be conducted through the clusters, small clusters of that students in different dates. Minimum, there is a 2 months minimum physical presence of the students to be made sure that before conducting the exam. Probably we suggest end of March and middle of April to complete. Extending of date of the exam maybe again will help students. Stress can be increased. This much only the special. I am sharing the content, which is same as been made to the concerned mail number. Thank you so much for representing the 4 districts: Malappuram, Calicut, Kannur, and Kasaragod. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mohammed. Sir, that is all from Kerala region, sir. All 4 representations have been submitted.
Yeah, Sachin, everyone has presented their views and they have presented very nicely. I was very thrilled to know that whatsoever has been said by one city coordinator, that has not been repeated. And everyone has tried to put in the new suggestion only. So this is one very good thing. One thing which I would like to know over here from all the 4 city coordinators, if they can just let me know that what is the minimum time gap should be provided between 2 papers in class 10th and 12th in main subjects. So Chitra ma'am.
I feel that, there should be at least a gap of around 4 to 5 days minimum between each of the papers. Minimum 4 to 5 days gap would be ideal, sir.
Okay. And in class 10th?
Class 10th, it quite similar itself would be nice because, we will get some time to work on with the kids. Yeah. Because now we are in a remote controlling mode. So we also really do not know how much result oriented that is going to be. So more the better is what kids also feel, and that we can give better results for us also, sir.
Yeah, good. Thank you. When the other participants will be presenting their views, I will request them to include this part also in their presentation, that how much time is the sufficient time between the 2 papers. So though in 2020 the day sheet was very good, it was very exhaustive and sufficient time was given, we will see what best could be done, because it will be depending on the number of the date from which the exams will start, because in the month of May, hopefully, there would be election in the Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Kerala, and Assam, hopefully. So that has also been taken into account. Now I will request Dharmadhikari ji to say a few words and invite the representative from his region so that they can make the presentation and submit their views. Dharmadhikari ji.
Good morning, respected Controller of Examinations, sir. Respected Sachin, sir, and all other city coordinators who have been presented today on this webinar. I'm really happy to share my views along with my 4 city coordinators from Nagpur, Pune, Aurangabad, and Mumbai. Sir, what I feel that being a regional officer, or everyone will agree to me, that the classroom teaching learning methodology is in the school is undoubtedly the best methodology for school going children to acquire knowledge in a better way. Though because of this pandemic situation, online schooling is going on, but what I personally believe that classroom teaching methodology is the best methodology for a student, because it is a better communication between the teacher and student, right from the, that means they are both all together in the class. So the best manner is the greater communication, and for which classroom teaching learning methodology I suppose to be a very greater kind of methodology for all children stakeholders. And the better part of this COVID pandemic, sir, one good sign I would like to stress here, that the recovery rate from the coronavirus disease is being increasing from day by day, day to day. So I heard, I may be aware that some 80% plus recovery rates. So that is a very good sign. And everyone is adapting to this COVID situation. Everyone is associating to this ongoing situation, and they came to know that what is required for the personal sake of health, what is required to be in a healthy and happy manner, and what are the precautions to be implemented for not for the self, but for the society and our colleagues and friends and environment to be clean. So that kind of a greater adaptability has been there for the mankind. And considering our CBSE being the premier educational board in the country, it is very essential to cater to the educational needs to our stakeholders, our students, in scheduled time. Otherwise, there would not be any profit or benefit if we conduct the examination and declare the results by prolonged late. And therefore, in the interest of the students who would pursue higher education, they required not only their board certificates, their credentials, in order to present to the higher education in time, so that their life they should run according to the time, and for their convenience and for their better future. So, what webinar we are here, what I feel that lots of time or taking decision for further extension of schooling, it would be not a very good situation for all of us, including school-going children and stakeholders as well. So I feel that maximum, as a regional officer, maximum 15th of March would be the convenient date for which we can decide to our date sheet, so that we can recover these 15 days as we have recovered in the present situation, where all of us supported and cooperated to the board, all city coordinators, CNS, teachers, and everyone associated, and they extended their support. In view of that, we were able to conduct the result in time. So therefore, all the teachers and schools are very much aware, and all schools are empty, and there is no greater scenario and colorful life in the school itself. So looking into the fact that all teachers and stakeholders would be very much expecting to see that the students are there in the school, I feel that the right message would be taken, and it would be considered for declaring and fixing the certain date sheet and certain actions in future. From my Pune region, I first request C. Madhavi from DAV Public School Aun to please present your views and thoughts.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Shri Sanyam Bharadwaj, Controller of Examinations, and Chairpersons, Shri Dharmadhikari, Regional Officer from Western Region, and other regional directors from other regions also. And here is C.V. Madhavi, Principal DAV Public School from Pune District. And I feel privileged to join you in this platform, sir. And I have 180 schools in our district. We have consulted with all the principals of other schools and taken opinions of theirs. And this is the summary of the opinions of all principals in the district. And according to the agenda, sir, first point, the quality on teaching and learning is happening in the schools. 80% of the teaching learning quality is being maintained by all the schools. And by God's grace, we don't have any, being urban region, we don't have any obstructions for net. And all the softwares are available. Being Pune, a hub of IT, we have got all softwares from everywhere. And we are ready with all the online teaching. Though it was a hitch in the beginning, but later on parents, teachers and students got accustomed. And we are very smoothly sailing with this online teaching now, presently. And teachers are making all the use of national e-learning platforms like Diksha, Pathshala, and Vidya, eVidya, etc. And they're effectively teaching with the help of videos and PPTs. And some of the classes are very effectively taught through online than the offline classes. But however, sir, despite teachers' best efforts, online classes can never replace the physical classroom teaching. And about the second point, sir, need for further reduction of the syllabus, I would say 30% syllabus already proactive. CBSE has taken this decision of 30% syllabus, which is a blessing for the students. And almost a portion is completed by secondary and senior secondary. 80% of the portion has been completed by them. And syllabus, no need of reduction of the syllabus in teaching as such. But for the examination point of view, if the examination paper, if we could reduce 10% more, it would be helpful for the average students who are, for the examination point of view, sir. And another thing, difficulty in the level of the question paper, like objective questions which we have introduced, it's a positive move. But in this difficulty level of the multiple choice questions is a little high, for which they may consume more time and paper may give a lengthy appearance for the students, which may create little panic. But with the practice of the papers, they may accustom, but little difficulty level, if it gets reduced on in the multiple choice questions, that would be a great help for the students because of this pandemic situation, sir. And coming about the practicals, practicals conducting 12th standard and 10th standard. For 12th standard students, at least it's a privilege for the children to go to the lab and have a hands-on experience. If we totally condemn that and give a theory paper, it would be a loss for the students of 12th standard. Hence, we recommend to have practicals in staggered manner in the schools itself. And we can take the video demonstrations and send to students. And hands-on, we can staggered manner, we can call the children in the school and we can conduct the practicals. Sir, in this, I want to say we have conducted this NEET exam, 720 students in our center with social distancing very comfortably. Why not for these 12th standard students then? So we are completely for having students in the labs and have the hands-on experiments. And as per the Maharashtra State Board Minister's announcements, schools have to open after Diwali vacation. So we have to call the students after November only, but still we can manage the practicals, giving practice for the practical labs for the 12th standard students. And here again, sir, in the practical examinations, I want to mention, while giving the question paper, assessment, board can give the instructions to the teachers that weightage can be given for Viva and the projects and lesser weightage for the accuracy of readings and hands-on performances because we couldn't give the sufficient practice for the students. And also I suggest, sir, observers, external observers, if you are avoiding, since we have to call the students in a staggered manner to the school for the practical examinations, the dates, what their school is asking and the observer is giving will clash and will have a problem. So better we have the internal observer, and for this year you can trust your CBSE schools and principals and leave for them. The results can be left for them. And also theory part, you can give the multiple choice questions when the children are writing. That would be helpful for them, even for the practicals also. And the suggested date for the annual exam, sir, as our regional officer said, it is March 15th would be ideal. And all the principal's opinion is, anyway, this year is a disturbed year. Let us not get disturbed for the next academic year also. Hence, the gaps accordingly can be kept. And main subjects like maths, science, maths, physics, chemistry, and then biology, this type of main papers should have a little more gap, like 3 days, as my colleague explained, that 4 days gap. But if it is not possible, at least 3 days gap can be given for the main exams. And a percentage of the syllabus till date, we have covered almost 80 to 85%. All the schools have covered, even in 12th standard and 10th standard. So almost we are in pace for the examination, which would be conducted in the month of March. And almost 90%, 95% of students are all attending to the online classes, and parents are also very cooperative. And exams are also got conducted. First unit we have finished, first term also we have finished. And since online assessment, we are not able to give clear picture what is the performance level of the children. But once, if you have a prelims in the school, offline exams, then it would be very clear for us what is the performance level of the child. And second assessment will give a clear understanding, sir. Exam starting date, as my colleagues said, that self-centers would be very great helpful for us. And also like flying squads can be appointed by regional offices. And we will have our own students in a staggered manner, and comfortably and without any panic, the children can attend the exams in self-centers. And practical exams are to be conducted, sir. More weightage to the Viva can be given. Reopening of the schools in the month of October cannot happen because of the announcement that in the month of November only we can open the schools. And only my suggestion, sir, only change in the question paper pattern would be a little panic for the students. So either we can difficulty level can get reduced in the multiple choice questions, so that stress for the students will not be there. And physics especially, I want to mention, sir, 12th standard physics, if you could give overall choice in the practicals other than the internal choice, sir, that would be great help for the students. I hope I have completed all the points, sir, and thank you for the giving me this opportunity, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, respected Srimati Madhavi ma'am. I now request Mr. Rajiv from Datta Mege World Academy to represent his views, but very briefly, because others have to be given some time. Mr. Rajiv?
Yes, sir. Very good morning. Very good morning, Sanyam sir. Very good morning, Dharmadhikari sir, and other respected regional heads, Mr. Sachin Thakur and Mr. Vishalji, my fellow colleagues from different regions, all city coordinators. It's a wonderful opportunity to be amongst the team of all these stakeholders for this very crucial, meeting. Of course, all have shared all their points, but a little bit different scenario that we are facing in Maharashtra, very specifically Bombay, Pune, Thane. The situations are little alarming as far as COVID-19 situations are there. It is not under control as yet. Though the number of cases are decreasing, the number of recoveries are there. But however, as we moving out of the main city, the cases are on rise. Therefore, the situation is a little different. So I'll just share my PPT quickly. Though the points have been shared, but I have made some presentation on the form of graphical presentation that how the schools are they are opined about the scenario what is happening. First of all, my sincere thanks for giving this opportunity. I believe my presentation is visible. Complying to the letter from Honorable Sanyam Bhardwaj sir, we created a Google form on the agenda points, and it was circulated. We have 65 members in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, and yesterday I spoke to my Thane counterpart, Thane district counterpart, and she also did the same thing. And the responses were received from 54 members here in Bombay and 43 members from Thane. We gave the date as 12th October was the last date, so 11th October was the date given. We have 54 schools in Mumbai and Navi Mumbai. Out of that, 35 schools are up to senior secondary level and rest are secondary level schools. The first agenda point was quality of teaching learning happening in the schools, specifically during the pandemic period. The presentation says, the responses says that, 50% of the schools feel that they are under very good category. It has been divided from 0 to 5, where one says required improvement and 5 says excellent. So if you can see, the responses says that 27 schools say that we are in their good category, very good category, whereas 44.4% school says that we are in the excellent category. However, everybody are on the same platform that it cannot be replaced with the physical classroom. Yes, we tried our level best to provide all best things as CBSE has guided, as COE has conducted various training programs. CBSE Delhi office was quite, active in providing trainings to the teachers and hand-holding the teachers. So accordingly, the teachers use various tools. They themselves went into searching mode and tried to do the best for their students. I changed the format little bit and I come to the percentage so that it will flow in a regular pattern. So percentage of syllabus covered till date. Almost all the schools felt that 70 to 80% of the syllabus is covered. Whereas in 10th class also 70 to 80% of the syllabus has been covered. Now the question here is how many students are attending the classes online and offline mode. So when we see the figures in 12th class and 10th class, we found that more than 90% of the students are there in the online mode, in 10th class also and 12th class also. However, there are number of students, though it is very less, but there are number of students who are there in the offline mode. They are using, Swayam portal, maybe Swayam channel through television, or the schools are helping them through, video lessons of what is happening. Or they are trying to handhold by taking the call, on phone. They are trying to help the students to carry on with their, learning process. But there are students who are there in the offline mode also. Number of internal assessments conducted during the period. Everybody is there on the same platform, that 4 to 6 internal assessments. Yes, there are schools who have conducted even 20 internal assessments. For every chapter they have conducted, for every topic they are teaching in the classroom, they are conducting some sort of assessment of that to check whether the learning is happening or not. However, if we look at the minimum figure, at least 4 to 6 internal assessments have been conducted by each school in 10th and 12th class. Mode of internal assessment, that was another interesting aspect. What was the mode of internal assessment? Whether it was objective type, whether it is objective and subjective type, whether it is pen paper test. So if we look at this graph, you will find that, the schools have adopted all these, methodologies to have, children assessed. So there are objective type tests also. There are objective and subjective, and the pen paper tests were also included. Half yearly examinations. Yes, we asked the member whether they have conducted the half yearly examinations. So 57.4% of schools responded positively that they have conducted, and out of those who have not responded, 81.5% they are going to conduct their examinations from October 15, the half yearly examinations they are going to conduct. Mode of half yearly examination that they are planning or they have already conducted, again there are objective type, subjective type, and pen paper test. So but most of the time you will see that objective we have done it through online mode. We tried to 80% of the student. I mean, the average performance is ranging between 70 to 80% in the internal as well as half yearly examinations. Conduct of practical examinations. 63% schools conducted the practicals for standard 12th and 10th using online mode. The OLab or other kind of platforms which are available, some private agencies are also there. So schools, as per their financial things, their economic conditions, they took those tools and they use practicals. So through online mode, the practicals were conducted. However, there were schools, those who cannot access to some OLab or some that kind of online, then they have conducted on objective type test based questions, on practical examinations, so that the children remain inclined to the practicals. Need for further reduction on syllabus. Yes, 22, out of 54 principals are in favor of further reducing the syllabus, and these are the principals who feel, out of that 16.7% strongly feel yes, there is a reduction, because we have the students who are, whether we are in Mumbai or whether we are in the remote areas, there are areas in the metro cities also, in the major districts also, where the net connectivity is an issue. Right. So therefore, they feel that children, those who shifted to village because of the quite pandemic situation for the safety reasons, they could not access fully to the syllabus, and hence the further reduction in the syllabus to the tune of further 10 to 15% is going to help them a lot in taking the examinations smoothly. If the schools are open in October, November, do you feel the class 12th practical examination can be conducted? Most of the schools said if it is conducted in the month of February, yes, it can be. As Madhi Madam has also said, that the state government has announced that the school opening cannot be possible before Diwali vacation. So under all circumstances, the schools will be open. If at all the condition permits, then it will be from November 21, not before that. So if it is given the permission and things are there favorable, then yes, practical examinations can be performed and practical examination can be conducted, but in the month of February, not in the month of January. Can practical examination be replaced by giving a question on practicals in theory-based examinations? They feel yes, it can be. If it is difficult to conduct practical examination, it can be replaced. However, most of the schools, they feel that if practical-based MCQs can be given, in place of practical examinations, if the pandemic situation prevails, then that will be a better option rather than giving a question, in the theory examination. Rather, we can have some 20 marks question, 20 marks MCQs based on practical examination. That will be an ideal situation. In case of examination, are started from March 1 to March 15. and students are given sufficient time to in between two examinations would be a welcome move or not. 44 principals, they've responded favorably to this question. And they, out of that, 11 principals, they strongly agree that there should be, gap, between the sufficient gap between the examination. That will help the students to write the examination properly. But it should be from 15th March, not before that. The suggestion points: the examination should be conducted post March 15, 2021. Proper time should be given. And as everybody has said, a minimum gap of 3 to 4 days is sufficient enough. As board has also expressed, certain concerns that in the month of May, there will be elections due. So therefore, it can be there. We need to as shift in education system in the current has been very challenging for the students. The question paper design as planned in the sample paper is not gelled with many of the principals and many of the students when it has been shared with the students. They are of the opinion that at least for this year, the paper should be kept simple. Center allotment should be close by, not randomly. In fact, children should be given home school, and if board permits, then the teachers can be asked to change the centers rather than students. The teacher can go, right? That can be a possibility. Children choose subjects like biology and economics, so there should be a gap. Proper gap between biology and economics, because generally it is seen in the last experiences that there are no gaps between biology and economics. So if suitable gap should be given in each examination. Chemistry sample paper had question from deleted portion, so question paper should be more accurate. Investigatory projects should not be there, as children should not have to perform, compile and learn. The 7th point I have already discussed. The level of difficulty should be reduced, as teaching learning process is dependent on net connectivity in the online mode. Many a times, students fail to receive on desired content in the teaching learning process due to net connectivity or unavailability of resources. Also, teachers felt technologically handicapped in using appropriate tools while using subjects like science and mathematics. Therefore, questions should be framed in such a way in the examination that maximum children should be able to answer. Online examination, most of the schools, they have discarded this idea because authenticity of the candidates, unmonitored access to the internet and books, poor technical infrastructure or poor net connectivity may affect the student performance. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak and put the point of view of my zone people before honorable gathering. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rajiv. Your presentation has been observed to be very descriptive but very informative. So thank you very much. Next is Srimati Nirupama Shankar ma'am from Bhavans, Nagpur. Madam, good morning. Srimati Nirupama Shankar ma'am, are you there? Okay. Next, city coordinator from Aurangabad, Shri Hadke sir. Principal Shri Hadke from Riverdale High School. Good morning, sir. You can go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Bharadwaj sir. All the ROs, especially Dharmadhikari sir.
We need to give opportunity for other participants.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because Mr. Rajiv has completed everything, all minute observation he has been already projected before all of us. You please highlight what is the greater features as far as you are concerned.
Sir, looking at all the presentations, I think I must not take much of time and there will be no sharing of the screen. I jot down few points which I needs to express. That is like online teaching is going on at present, but it is not very effective, especially in the commerce section. If you see that balance sheets and all kind of things are not possible for the teachers to go through the online in a proper way. So the children are facing little bit problems. So keeping in mind that after the November sessions, if the students come practically or physically, it will be a welcome move. Then the practical exams cannot replace the theory exam. So there is a suggestions of most of principal that practical Dharmadhikari sir expressed that 15th of March will be proper because the movements of other sections should happen. Since my school is an exam center as well the nodal center, so we know and the RO Pune what kind of problems they face, they know. So I think we should go with the whatever like the 15th of March to 15th of April we can continue. We cannot extend because if the exam get extended, the corrections of the papers also takes time. And month of May is a crucial time if some of the district or some of the areas there is a kind of a summer we face. The teachers will be struggling. Plus, like last summer onwards, maybe up to December, the teachers will not be able to move. Some of the teachers are from out of stations and all. So they are not moved. So maybe they may plan to move in month of May for their holidays, long break or something. So that will get distracted. So in case if you want the teachers or the practical things to be happen, so my suggestion is the dates of practicals, dates of examination and dates of the corrections should be declared before December so that all the plans can be executed. And that is what I need to conclude because most of the principal has covered everything, but being the examination center or nodal center, I just want to give the proper suggestions with regarding to that because what the things we face while the corrections of paper, finding of the teachers and getting the teachers, and if the teachers are with us for corrections, then June session also may affect it if we delay the examinations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, Principal Nirupama Shankar Madam is available. I request Madam to please briefly introduce the issues here.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Control of Examiner and Mahesh Dharmadhikari sir and all my colleagues. I just like to present in a short.
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'll just brief out. Many district coordinator has explained many points. The same points is there. Only briefly, I'm planning to explain. The first thing is, in our Nagpur district, total 108 schools are there. I have received the opinions from 82 schools and I have compiled it. The first thing is teaching, learning, online virtual class is going perfectly good and 98% of children are going along with the virtual classes. There is no problem. There is an opinion that no need of further reduction in the course content. Next, practical examination. If the school starts after Diwali, then we can able to continue with our practicals, but only the practical portions has to be reduced. Not all the portions should be included because it will be difficult for us to complete. And moreover, the practical examinations can be conducted in the month of February. So it will be helpful for the children also and the school also to conduct the practicals exam properly. Next is total syllabus covered by this Nagpur district is 75% of portion has been completed for secondary and senior secondary schools, 10th and 12th standard. And next I want to tell about the board examination. As per the regional director opinion, 15th March will be the best to start the examination. All the principals have discussed with me that 15th March will be helpful. And between the two exams, minimum 4 days is required. I'll request control of examination, minimum 4 days is required for children to cope up with. Because if they have any doubt, they can personally come in between the exams and clarify their doubts also. And examinations, wherever it is, maybe it is a self-center or in the other schools, there is no problem for us. Next, other suggestions I have to just mention, more choices can be given for the subjective questions. We have only few internal choices in all the subjects. Instead of that, more subjective option questions should be there, internal options. And difficulty level of the paper should be average for the students. and change in the format of the blueprint can be avoided as it may become more challenging for the children. Better we'll follow the previous traditional question paper pattern only. Hope other points, I think it has been discussed with the other city coordinator. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Regional Director sir and Sanyam Bharatwaj sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. It is all about from Regional Office Pune, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dharmadhikari ji. Thank you, each and everyone. Now, I will request Vikas to kindly say a few words and invite the representative from his region, Vikas Arora.
Good morning, sir. Respected Controller of Examination, respected Dharmadhikari ji, my fellow colleague, Mr. Sachin Thakur, and all city coordinators. First of all, I would like to thank our Controller of Examination for the kind gesture for inviting the suggestions before coming to a decision for conduct of examination next year to get the feedback from the ground. That is very humble of him. We are having around 32 districts in Karnataka, and clusters have been made in such a way that the views of whole of the Karnataka is received, and we have invited 4 city coordinators to present their case. And here I would like to relate one thing, sir, that one campaign is being run by the Ministry of Education regarding public health response for COVID-19. So if these students, because parents are not feeling confident of sending their children to schools, still there is an issue because they are very wary of how to send them, and there is no modus operandi. So if this public health response can be utilized by all the schools to make confident about the how to make aware, how to bring all the students to the centers, what would be the arrangements for COVID-19 precautions. So if that awareness can be done before conduct of the examination, so that would be an added advantage, because we have to make our confident parents also confident in this regard. As far as Karnataka is concerned, North Karnataka, we had a lot of heavy rains, so that online classes could not conducted in a very effective manner. So that was the challenge in North Karnataka. So now with these words, I would like to invite Ms. Sharda Chandrasekharan. She is the principal of Whitefield Global School, Bangalore.
Very good morning to all the dignitaries and friends in learning. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present about the districts, which are totally 8 districts city coordinators I'm presenting. If you can give me 1 minute time, I'll be uploading my presentation. Just a minute, sir, because first time I'm using Google. I use only MS normally.
No issue, no issue.
Yeah. Sir, yeah. In a minute it will be coming, sir. Sir, are you able to see my screen, sir? No?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet, sir. It is coming. Yeah, now it is coming, sir.
No.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Is it coming?
No.
No. Oh, so sorry. It is showing coming. 1 minute, sir. I'm extremely sorry for this.
No problem. I'll invite next presenter. In the meanwhile, you just adjust your presentation.
Yes.
Ms. D. Valiamai, she is the principal of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Gulbarga. Ms. Valiamai.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm here. Respected Controller of Examination and regional officers and my dear colleagues, a pleasant good morning to all of you. I am Mrs. Valiamai. I'm audible, sir?
Yes, audible.
Yes, you are audible.
I am Valiamai, Principal Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Kalburgi, and the City Coordinator of Kalburgi District, sir. I am here to represent 4 districts, Kalburgi, Bidar, Yadagiri, and Bijapur. for these 3-4 districts, all the North Karnataka districts, we have conducted a meeting and we have asked the principals to talk to the principals of that districts and collect the information, and they have collected, and I have received their feedback, and I have compiled all, and I am here with the presentation of the collective views and opinions of principals of all the CBSE affiliated schools of these 4 districts. Actually, I am here. The small presentation is there, sir. Almost all the points are covered, but the statistics differs, the data differs. So I would like to give the small presentation with that, sir. 1 minute, sir. Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah, visible.
Yes, visible.
Sir, now I am here with the representation of Kalburgi, Bidar, Yadagiri and Bijapur districts, sir. First point of the agenda is the quality of ongoing online teaching in schools. As our regional officers are told, there is a lot of disturbance in the North Karnataka districts. So online classes are going on. Around 85 to 90% of children are attending the classes. But the great concern is about this average and the supportive learners. And again, to outreach this 10 to 15% of the children, because of the lack of devices and the internet connectivity, little disturbance is there. However, all possible efforts are being taken by all the people to reach them. And almost with the support materials, we are trying to cover up the possible means so that there should not be any learning gap under the CLP program. So the 85 to 95% of the children are on online classes. The remaining, we are giving the academic support by the whatever means which is possible, sir. The second point, it is further reduction of the syllabus. Almost by and large, all of the opinion, still more syllabus is to be reduced. But the care should be taken without any impact on the future academic pursuits of the children. The chapters which are not very good help for the children who are under stress during this period, sir. Chapters which are not connected with the higher classes can be deleted. It will be a very good help for the children who are under stress during this period, sir. And the third point is the possibility of conduct of the practical experiments and practical examination. The status, I would like to say, it is very poor in this. Only few schools are doing the online lab activities. So what is the recommendation from this committee is some little orientation come virtual training for the teachers to conduct the activities or through online lab activities should be given for all the schools. Though JNVs are given, for other schools also to be given. And one more point, what to be suggested is the number of practical experiments can be reduced, and some workable strategies should be planned for conducting this practical examination, sir. And the next point regarding the suggested date of commencement of board examination, a minimum of 2 to 3 months after the physical reporting of the children is needed, sir. That's what the people are of the opinion, principals are of opinion. If it is spread over between 15th April to 15th May, we'll have sufficient time gap in between to prepare the children after that reporting. This is the point. Next, coverage of syllabus, if we take, by and large, the coverage of syllabus is only 60% to 70%, but it is going on, the classes are going on. It is around 60 to 70%. Usually we'll be covering 100% syllabus by November end. We have a doubt whether we'll be able to cover the 100% syllabus by November 30th and plan for the revision. So reduction in the syllabus will help us. And average percentage of students attending the classes, as I told earlier, 85 to 95% of the children are attending, and the offline percentage is 10 to 15%, but they are given perfect academic support through other medias. Now, the number of internal assessments, when we talk, sir, there is a difference between many schools, and the number of periodic or written tests conducted is 2, and half-yearly examination is 1. In some schools are covered only 1 periodic written test. And some schools, some internal assessments are also pending. They may be expecting some uniform instructions from the board. Last year we had a remodel assessment in which 3 PWDs to be conducted, and the weightage of 5 marks was taken, and 5 from multiple assessment, and 5 from portfolios, and 5 from subject enrichment activities. The question is whether the same pattern is to be continued for the internal assessment of class 10, or any other instructions from the CBSE will be given. That is a point of discussion in the meeting, sir. So whether the remodel assessment of this 20% the internal for the class 10 is to be continued, or any other instruction is there. That is, as far as examinations conducted, now 2 PWDs are over and half-yearly examinations for class 12th is over, sir. The average performance of the students, because children are in the houses and they are appearing for the examination, the performance is very good. It ranges from 70 to 90%. But the concern is whether the validity and the reliability of the merits and the achievement made by the children, because they are at the house and they're writing the examinations, whether they have actually learned the concept which is taught and the performance is to be tested, sir. The next one, the commencement of board examination on 1st or 15th March. Preferred time is 15th April in the place of 15th March because some sufficient gap is needed. So children, after reporting of the children, some time is needed to prepare them for the examination. So many are of the opinion that 15th April 2021 will be the most convenient time. And what is the instructions given? The gap will be there. That is a great and a welcome move. At least minimum of 3 to 4 days gap is needed for the core subjects, sir, if not for languages. Core subjects like maths, bio, science and social studies, and that side maths, biology and chemistry, sir. That can be taken up. And next one, the replacement of practical examination with a question on practical and theory examination. It is not at all preferred by anybody because the scoring in practical will boost the morale of the children. So practical is to be conducted. Online practical may be conducted. Instead of asking the child to perform the experiment if it is difficult, the child can be made to explain the practicals, and the weightage for record and viva can be given. That should be continued, sir. No, not to replace with the theory marks. And there is one more suggestion in that. This time, because of this COVID situation, at least separate passing criteria in the theory and practical may not be followed on. 33% cumulative pass will be enough that for the slow learners. So no separate passing criterion may be fixed for theory and practicals in respect of senior secondary classes. Last year in class 10th, we did internal and external together, it was 33. The same way, at least for this year, for the class 12, for the slow learners, to support the supportive learners, 33% cumulative will be good move. That was the opinion given by the principals. The next one, if schools are open from October 2020, so October 2020 it cannot be opened up to October 30th. The state government has declared holiday. Afterwards, by November only, but practicals can be conducted in the month of January or February as it is. But the number of experiments should be kept to minimum. Instead of the list of practice as per the guidelines, instead of stressing that all the practical experiments is to be completed, if number of practical experiments are reduced in physics, chemistry and biology, it may help us. Even if the children report after November and with the hands-on experiment January and February, we can have the practical examination. And any other suggestions, some important suggestions. The sample paper recently we received, almost all the principals of their opinion, it is a very difficult and it will be difficult for the children to face the board examination in this pandemic virtual learning conditions. So they need thorough review and the difficulty level is still to be brought down so that the learning, keeping in mind the learning conditions of the children. And one more point which is very much highlighted by almost all the principals is the movement of the children for board examinations should be strictly avoided and self-center is preferred by everybody. But if test personnel drafted and deployed from outside the home centers may be allowed to ensure the free and fair conduct of the examinations. But children should not move. They should be allowed to write the examinations in the self-center, and we as a principals will assure that the examination will be conducted in the fair and the smooth manner during this 2021 examination, sir. Then these are the points I have collected. Then particularly if I wanted to say about Yadagiri, that is district from Yadagiri, the same opinion as Kalburgi districts, nothing special. But when I take Bidar district, I got one more important point. There the suggestion is in class 10th, we were having 20-80, that is 20 internal and 80 external, and they have suggested this time for 30 internal marks and 70 external, that may reduce the stress and psychological relief to the supportive learners. If that is possible, that can be thought of. 20-80 can be replaced by 30-70 like senior secondary classes. And the quality of online teaching, if they are saying it is less than the satisfactory level in the districts. And then next, when I take Bijapur district also, that's one important point I have seen. They are of the opinion that academic session from January 2021 and the examination in December 2021 is suggested. That may not be possible because already we are on the halfway. And other suggestions given by them is they are expecting some directions from CBSE regarding the payment of salary to the teachers for the private schools and compulsory training for the teachers for the effective online classes, and they expect a common online learning platform for all the CBSE affiliated schools. This all are opinion from them, and they are saying opening of the schools in October 2020 is not at all possible till the vaccination is administered. From Bijapur district I have received, sir. Thank you, sir. Almost I have covered all. Though online classes are going on, but the effectiveness is little less like that. It's opinion of the principals. So if little more time is given for the conduct of the examination and gap is given and practical experiments are a little reduced and the internal assessments are assessment marks are little improved, then that performance, examinations will be effective. Now, that's all from my bench, sir. Now, I take this opportunity to thank our regional officer, sir, for giving me an opportunity to represent all these 4 schools, 4 districts. Thank you very much, sir.
Sharda madam, are you ready now?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm ready. I'm coming, sir. 1 minute, sir. Very good afternoon to all of you. Yeah. Can you all see my presentation?
Yes, now it's coming.
Now it's coming, sir. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Respected dignitaries on and off the, respected dignitaries and friends in learning. I have done a very extensive, survey on this with the help of my fellow city coordinators who are present here. So the contents of this entire presentation of list of zones, number of schools versus number of schools submitted, question-wise data, suggestions and conclusion. I'll try to finish it as soon as possible so that I'll not be taking much of time. So the zones we have covered are Bangalore East, West, North, South, Ramanagara, Chitradurga, Tumkur and Mysore. Process followed these, created MS Forms link, shared with the city coordinators, and city coordinators have shared with their respective zones. And the forms we have shared with 400 schools of Bengaluru, 100 Durga, Ramnagara and Tumkur, and we have received 362 Bengaluru, Mysuru, Chitradurga, Ramnagara and Tumkur. So the details of the survey are, we contacted the CCs, informed them about the process, created 20 questions, and details of the schools and other things were also there. Now, if we go to this the presentation is here. The schools, how many are in urban and how many are rural area? If we see, almost 90% of this, 19% are from rural area, 81% of the urban area have participated in this entire survey. And how are we, if the question we asked is that how are you actually ensuring the online learning? So many of them said that actually except one school, 261 of them told that they are providing online teaching to the entire lot. So we asked this question, how are you doing if you don't have online pattern? They said that they are sharing the recorded classes and they are also sharing the PDF notes. Then the second question came is that how many children of grade 9 to 11 are availing online facility? There are 180 schools which said that 100% are availing. 52 schools said 90 to 99%. But the most alarming is 3 schools saying that only below 40% of the children are availing. So this may be the area of concern for the authorities. The next one is the level of the satisfaction as a principal you are getting in this adopted mode. The total number said is almost that 80% are saying that they are satisfied, but there are 40%, 9 schools are saying they are not at all satisfied. So this is another area of concern for the authorities. And the next one is that mention the percentage of syllabi covered. There are 49.2% of the schools completed 70% and above syllabi, whereas 11% of the schools have completed only 40% of the syllabi. Then we went to the next question. The next question is about the, are you able to qualitatively complete the syllabus. So 21% said no, whereas 79% said they could complete qualitatively. So then if no, for the 21%, we asked this question, what are the hindrances? So 24 schools told that they have network, technical issues, and connectivity. So this is another area of concern to the authorities, to everybody to look into. The 24 school children may not be actually having the proper learning happening. Then if we go to the next one, which is about did you conduct pre-mid and midterm examinations? There are 8 schools which said that they have not conducted any assessment, whereas there are 59% who conducted both pre-mid and midterm, whereas some conducted only midterm and some conducted only pre-midterm. And in that, majority of them have used only the multiple choice questions, except a handful of them who have used 50% with MCQs and 50% with the subjective answers. And the next question will be that, if yes, how was the performance? Are you happy with this? Even though the schools have said that there is a tremendous improvement in the performance of the children, they all came with this highlighted line saying that we have our own doubts about the sanctity of the examination because the children were writing from home. And definitely there is a support of Google happening at that point. This was what was given in the feedback form. Then next question went is, how are you able to conduct the practical classes? 60 schools said that they are using OLabs. 111 are using virtual labs and videos. 22 said that it is not applicable to them, whereas 63 said we have not taken any kind of labs till now, waiting for the schools to start. So this is another area of concern. Then the next thing is that, what in your opinion is acceptable mode of conducting practical examination? When we asked this question, 39.7% said that please call them physically to school and maintain the social distancing norms, whereas 60% of them told that ask questions related to practical knowledge and ask Viva and give very investigatory project rather than having any kind of calling them to the school. Then, if schools are reopened in October or second term, can the practical examinations be conducted? This question was asked. 147 of them said, we are ready to open the schools. Yes, it can happen, but unfortunately, till date, parents have not given permission because we all have conducted the survey, and majority of the school parents said that we won't send our children to the school. So 94 of the schools that said that they do not want any kind of practicals to happen. 21 said not applicable to it. Then we'll go to the next one. What, in your opinion, is the right time to have board examinations? 17% of them said March 1st. 49.6% of them said 15th with sufficient gap. I'm not going further into it. Already all my predecessors have told what is the sufficient gap. Whereas 32 of them said on any other date. Please share your suggestions with regard to conducting of board examinations. Majority of them have asked for home centers. Majority of them have asked for objective type of questions, student-friendly question papers, 50% virtual, 50% physical, pen and paper, reduction of syllabi, they all have asked, gap between papers, and postponement of examinations, they said. And last but not the least are the conclusion. There are learning gaps every school has mentioned. They all requested for further reduction of syllabi. They all asked for uniformity, no uniformity followed in conducting of assessments. So they are all quite confused how to conduct the exams. And schools with the best or average results aren't satisfied with the sanctity. With parent permission, would like to have practical classes, live sessions, and home centers with lessened marks and length of assessments are suggested. And I'm extremely thankful to Sir, Sanyam Bharadwaj Sir, and our Vikas Sir, and all my city coordinators for giving me this opportunity to present this data before you all. Thank you.
Now I invite Mr. Ganesh Chandrali, he is the principal of Kendriya Vidyalaya, Dakshin Kannada.
Good morning, everybody. Respected Controller of Examination, Bharadwaj ji, and regional officers of CBSE, and my learned colleagues, all the city coordinators and principals. I'm going to present actually. I'm going to present my presentation. Enough has been said about the quality of the teaching learning happening in the school. Approximately 80% of the students from the 6th district, which I am representing, are attending online classes. So the 20% are not able to attend online classes because of the various reasons like lack of device, internet connectivity, power failures. This is a coastal area, heavy rains are there, and frequent power failures and network issues come up in this area. There is the need of further reduction of the syllabus. For the 10% syllabus should be reducted. That is the opinion of most of the principals. Conduct of practicals in school and practical examinations. Till now, no practical classes has been conducted in school so far. And I don't think till December we can conduct any practical classes in the schools physically. So, and Karnataka government has already declared that the school should not be open till the end of this month. So it's very difficult for conducting any practical examination in the current academic year. So it is not viable. And in this regard, the suggestion is that the school should be allowed to conduct the practical examinations with the flexible dates and timings. Annual examinations. The annual examinations may be started in April or May, because most of the schools favor the postponement of the annual examinations, as the online classes have not brought the teaching learning level up to the mark which should have been, and few students who are from low socio economic background, they are deprived of these online classes too. And when we think of equality, we should postpone this examination from March to April. And if it would be better if board exam considers replacing the board exams by the cumulative internal assessments by the school, because board exam will be a fixed pattern all over the country, whereas the issues in different areas are difficult. Different type of issues are there. Difficulties are different, and when school conducts the examination, it will be much more flexible and student friendly. The average syllabus covered is 50%, but even though in some of the schools it is 80% also, but the doubtful thing, what the teachers and principals are doubtful about, is the learning outcomes. Whether the learning outcomes have been achieved or not, there is no way to find it out. We are conducting the online assessment tests, but as far as online assessment tests are concerned, we are again dubious about the various malpractices involved in this online way of tests. Around 80% of the students are attending classes. 20% are not able to attend online classes, but they are being supported by sending them the notes, the hard copies, guidance over the phone call, and Diksha app, National Digital Library. Such material is also referred to them, and they are guided offline also. On an average, these 2 online tests and assessment have been completed. Most of the schools are planning half-yearly examination in this month, and this will be completed. Half-yearly examination will also be completed in most of the schools by the October end. Average performance is good, but again, the assessment done online is not reliable. In case of examination started from 1st March to 15 March, and if students are given enough time, would it be a welcome move? Definitely for parents and for students and other stakeholders, it would not be a welcome move. Because when the parents had come for paying fees of LOC, the parents were raising doubts about the conduct of the board examinations, whether they will be conducted at all. And even if the board exams are conducted, how they are going to conduct it, with reduced syllabus, with much more flexibility, with much more gap, with the own centers, giving so much relaxations. Instead, we can ask the schools to conduct the internal assessment, and based on that, the board can declare the result. That is the opinion of most of the principals and parents. Can practical examination be replaced by giving a question on practical in theory examination? Yes, it can be replaced, but some students are good at doing things rather than writing the theoretical answers, so such students may lose one opportunity. If schools are open from October, that is not the condition now. October, no school can be opened in Karnataka at least, and in the month of November, Diwali and all. So it is very difficult that we think the schools cannot be opened till December first week. It is the seeing the present condition, it seems so. And another problem when there is experts that second wave of corona may come up in the winter, probably in the December and January. Any other suggestions? All the principals and parents also, they are eager to know the procedure of the examination, board examination. So at the earliest, they want to know how the exam is going to be conducted and what they are expected to do and how it is to be done. And it would be better if the board examinations are replaced by overall internal assessment done by schools, and even an annual examination can be conducted by the schools at their own level with the flexible timing, given some time period to the schools. And the second issue is some of this rural and far remotely located schools and the poor children, they will feel deprived of some sort of equality in case of board examinations, because they could not attend online classes, they could not connect to the schools at par with other students who could. So this is the suggestions that I got from all the principals and the parents too. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Now I invite Mr. Vijay Ratnam, he is the principal of Kendriya Vidyalaya, Belgaum. Mr. Vijay Ratnam.
All of you, sir, especially that Honorable Dr. Raji, Control of Examination, and regional officers of Trivandrum region and Pune and Bangalore, Sri Vikas Aroraji, Dharmadhikari sir and Sachin sir, and other CBSE officials. I am very much thankful to you. I hope you are listening. Are you getting my voice? Okay. Sir.
Yes, we are getting your voice.
First of all, I am very much thankful to Sri Vikas Arora sir for giving me this opportunity, and especially this conducting of this webinar is very important step. That we are very happy that we got an opportunity to present our views of all principals. Thank you very much. So I think I am the last speaker, and almost all points are covered by CCs of various reasons. Just let us have a almost all points are very important. So some of the views just I want to present. Just let us have a small presentation here, sir. Please give me 5 minutes. Yes, I have to present. I hope my presentation is visible to you, sir.
Yes, start the presentation, Mr. Vijay.
Sir, very small points I will.
Just double click the presentation.
I will skip it. Just I have covered this 9 districts are there, sir.
Slides.
It's not required.
No, slides.
This one. So especially I have covered these 9 districts, that is Belgaum, Bagalkot, Raichur, Koppal, Uttara Kannada, Davangere, Ballari, Dharwad and Gadak. Almost 185 schools are there in the region, sir. I collected from other CCs also, and I have prepared the all presentation regarding the quality of teaching learning as expressed by all CCs. It is rightly pointed out that it is going on online by using different modes of these things, that the Google Meet and Google Classrooms and also Google Suite, especially KVs are using.
Please start the presentation.
Started, sir. Sir, it is coming, sir?
Not coming.
1 minute.
QC 4 to 9.
Hold on.
Yes, started now.
Visible, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So regarding this quality of teaching, I told you that the schools are using different types of modes, sir. That is Google Meet, Google Classroom, G Suite, and other modes they are using, sir. And especially these after teaching, we are also informing the students to use the material available from Diksha and Swayam portal and other portals. G Suite, sir, it is provided by KVS. It is very good and it's working. And all private schools are using other modes of these things. Teaching is going on, no problem, but the quality of teaching, that student-teacher interaction is not there. So that is only the problem, and we are unable to take the feedback from the children by asking the questions. So otherwise, teaching is going on, and almost 75 to 85% of schools are the students are attending the classes, and there is no problem of this teaching part. And regarding this need for further reduction of syllabus, this should be considered, sir, because already CBSE has reduced 30% of syllabus. But most of the schools are requesting to, it is better to reduce syllabus 10 to 20% more, because the syllabus they are covering, but some students are missing the classes due to various problems already expressed. Maybe it may be device availability or network problem and some other unable to procure the devices, etc. So even they have devices also, the network problem, especially in this area, continuous rain is coming and it is disturbing. And schools are in remote areas and also in defense areas, they are not getting the network area. That is why this to note down that 10 to 20% more syllabus to be reduced, because already 6 months are over. So student-teacher interaction physically is not there. So this I want to emphasize that further reduction is, almost all principals expressed this opinion, sir. Regarding conductor practicals, as you know that so far no school has started the practicals. So if at all schools open from November, because October is not possible.
Mr. Vijay, we are running out of time. Be fast and
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So that we have to see, sir. We will see that whether it is possible or not to conduct the practicals now. So November onwards we can start practicals and it can be conducted. So suggested date of this annual exams, most of the principals, I think whatever the CCs are expressed from Kerala, they are expressing from 1st March is not possible, sir. So it should be after 15th April only. Or otherwise, two options I can suggest, sir, from all our principals. Reduction of syllabus to 50% or exams after 15th April, sir. So then only it is possible for the teachers to cover the syllabus. And the teachers who are getting absent, we can also reteach them the topics. Sufficient time is required, sir. The percentage of syllabus is varies from school to school, sir. 70-80%, and some schools complete only 40%. On the average, only 50 to 50% of the syllabus is covered, sir. There's no problem, only that reteaching for the students who are unable to attend. So that is the problem, sir. That is why syllabus reduction is required. The attendance of these classes are also varies from school to school, but on the average, 75 to 85% of the students are attending, sir. So the students who are able to procure, they are procuring all devices. In the initial stages, we face the problem, but now gradually the device availability is increasing for the children, and it's going, sir. So almost 2 to 3 internal assessments already conducted, sir. But the assessment for the teachers are expressing that the reliability of this performance is not is doubtful, sir. So it is observed from the performance of the students that 30 to 40% doing very good, sir. And remaining are 60% they are doing only satisfactory and good to some extent. So only some students' performance are not satisfactory, those who are unable to attend the classes. So this is regarding dates already discussed from 15th. From all school principals are expressing this one. And a minimum gap of that is 4 to 5 days, so it is required because the time is like that. And you see that minimum 3 months of classroom teaching. Only whenever the schools reopen, it may be now October is not possible, November or December. But minimum 3 months of classroom teaching. After that, it is better to conduct the examination. If it get late also, it is okay, but 3 months classroom interaction, physical presence of the children is advisable, and that we think that it is better. So at the same time, homeschool should be the center, as some of the CCs already expressed this year, because going to the center and conducting the exams, so may not be possible. Let us see the situation that is in March, that what will happen, sir. But our opinion is that homeschool center should be there this year. Regarding conduct of practicals, it is already there, sir. They're replacing the questions, that is not 2 marks, sir. The practical should be there. And 15th February onwards, we can conduct practicals if the schools open from November 1st or 15th onwards. So 15th February onwards, we can conduct practicals for final practicals, and in the month of April, we can have the examinations, sir. If at all the conducting of practicals is not possible, so if it is possible, please try to, we can have that project, giving the project work, and some weightage for pre-boards also we can give, because practicals marks are very scoring for the children. Replacing the practicals with the theory questions, as expressed by Mr. Ganesh, that some students are not that much of good in writing than practical. So this project work, and we're giving weightage for some practical pre-board exams, that also we can think of, sir. So this is the case after October, it is not possible. Already we discussed, sir. So sufficient time should be given to complete it. That is why required at least 3 months interaction of the students physically is required. And reduce the chapters in every subject instead of deleting some contents of the chapter, each chapter. Because some students are also getting sometimes confusion, and some teachers are missing the instructions. It's better to completely reduce 1 or 2 chapters like that instead of some portion in each chapter. It is the opinion of the principals. And as one of the CC also mentioned, this year's the class 10th assessment, if it is possible, it is CBSE thinks it is better, the weightage of internal 20 marks can be increased to 30 or 40 marks this year. This is also one of the suggestions received, sir. Like question paper pattern also, whatever the existing pattern is there, that should be continued, because if any change in the new pattern, that may be a problem for the children during this pandemic days. And some principals express that if it is objective type questions, MCQs increases, that is better, because the theory is difficult for the children like that. So with this, I thank you, all of you, sir, for giving me this opportunity, and thank you very much.
Sir, that is all from the Bangalore region. Thanks for the opportunity, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, really, thank you very much to each and every one of you. I am really happy to note that you all people have worked very hard to get the views from the other fellow colleagues, and whatever has been presented by you, that is very, very beneficial, I would say, for me to decide the future strategies. Because until now, I am not aware about the local problems and the problem which is taking place in the classes or in the schools. I would not be able to make a good program. So therefore, it was decided that no, we should have a meeting with you all people, and thereafter we should get the views and prepare the final plan. I am very grateful to all the three regional officers, Mr. Dharmadhikari ji, Mr. Sachin Thakur, and Mr. Vikas, who had taken a lot of pain in collecting these views through you all people. You people have also worked very hard. I am fully confident that in any time, whatever is the quality of the time, it is good or bad, we can get the best of the services from you. CBSE is because of you people only. So with this, I convey my sincere thank you to every one of you once again. And I feel that I will be able to make a good program as per your suggestion. Thank you very much. Now we can leave the.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Not able to get